Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We're back with another episode.
I was gonna say good morning, but then I forgot it's not the morning right now.
It's not even the evening, it's somewhere in the middle. Wait, me and you don't really talk during the afternoons often, do we? When you
No,
think about it. It's
I
usually
think
either first thing in the morning or late at night or, like, in the evening, but we never just have, like, a 3 p.m. phone call.
no, I think you're right. We haven't had this in a while, at
So
least
I don't
not since the famous 7-hour phone call.
exactly, so this is I'm seeing you in a new light in a way, quite literally, like
Yeah?
afternoon lighting. It's
It's
'cause I had
annoying though
today
because
it's
the
'cause we both have
sunlight is
today
from
off.
behind me.
Oh, right.
Yeah. By the way, the TikToks doing numbers. I get why
Nice.
people use TikTok. I
I'm
get why
telling
people use
you.
TikTok.
I
We
am
got
telling you.
the most views we've ever gotten on a single reel on TikTok.
Really.
We got a few followers from that on Instagram and on Spotify.
On Spotify as well? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, we wanna say thank you for listening so far. This is just the beginning for us, so
Thank you for everyone.
thank you so much. There's a lot of time and effort that we put into these episodes, so it means a lot when you listen.
And you said it yourself as well, Kathy. We are coming to this with passion,
Yeah.
and I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm getting into the flow of it, and it is really nice to listen back to these because me and Darren always say we forget what we say. So when we listen back to it, we're like, "Oh my gosh, did we say that?" and it's funny.
Mhm.
Mm. Okay, so what is today's episode about?
Today, we are looking at friendship breakups, and this will
Dun
be
dun dun.
part one.
Part one. Alrighty, so can I tell you kind of like the notes I found and then my personal feelings about them?
Of course you can.
And I've imagined you have more in-depth research notes. But yeah, for part 2. But what I, looked into was what are, like, the biggest causes of friendship breakups, especially in, like, our 20s?
Mhm.
And they say it centers around, 4 themes. Um, First one, changing lives, which links to shifting identities.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because they were separate points, but I think they are linked in a way. Because
Mhm.
obviously, I try to think about how my life is now compared to like a few years ago, but obviously, I've also changed as a person, which is why I don't think I could be friends with someone from my past now because I've had a shift in my identity.
Mhm.
Yeah. Even in a more, I mean, I don't want to go into this too much, but like, even in terms of like sexuality, I'm not as close to certain people before from the LGBT community because I've gone through a certain change in my personal identity as well.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so that was one of the causes. Another cause is mismatched effort. So,
Interesting.
like one-sided effort, that would be really off-putting, I think. And then broken trust came up. But I feel like broken trust is more of a theme in romantic breakups, personally.
I would disagree completely. You can definitely break
Really.
trust with a friend. You can tell a friend something and they break your trust.
You can, but I feel like it's less devastating for me personally if a friend was to break trust than a boyfriend.
But I guess that comes down to what the trust is, like what you entrusted
Yeah,
with
it's
them.
true. Because it's like I'm thinking more of it, well, it's like if a partner was, like, to cheat on you or something, but your friends can't really cheat on you.
No, but your friends can do something that betrays you. You can tell your friend a
Yeah,
secret and you tell them
that's
to keep
true.
it a secret, but they break that.
That's
This is such
true.
a just a weird example, but so for you will be moving soon and you're
Yeah.
going to leave some of your things with me to look after and then slowly bring to Canada for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you all my old
So
journals.
you're trusting me with something.
Yeah.
A case of breaking trust would be if I damaged it, destroyed it, or didn't take good care of it. If I didn't
Yeah.
stop something that was within my control of stopping, that I would say is an example of a friend breaking your trust to an extent.
I think there's layers to it because with the broken trust thing, like, in terms of if you deliberately got my journals and, like, sold them to someone, then that's a bit like, okay. But I think with all things and relationships, intention is the most important part. Like, what is like, if I'm telling someone else something you told me, what is the intention? Is it because I'm concerned
Mhm.
about you? Is it because I want you to get help? Or is it because I'm actually just a bad person and I'm just gossiping? There are
That's
layers to
true.
it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think the theme that I saw there that was the most impactful was the changing lives, which links to shifting identities.
Mhm.
Because that's just inevitable as we get older in our 20s. We have different priorities in life, and if that doesn't align with your friends, then I can see why you would break up. But let's be real, a friendship breakup is not, "I'm gonna sit you down and be like, I don't wanna be friends with you anymore,' is it?
It should be sometimes.
It should be, but in most of my cases, it's more been just fades out, ghosted, blocked,
Sometimes you should
deleted.
bring cake.
Sometimes you should exactly. So, I think that's a major difference between the friendship and romantic breakup is that you don't really get the closure. You don't really get the official statement of, "I'm breaking up with you." You kinda
Mhm.
just assume, right?
Why is that a thing? I'm
Why is
acting
it
like I don't
normalized?
know.
Yeah, why is
I'm
it so
acting like I don't
normalized?
know when I have all the research here.
We're like, "Why does this happen?" Looks at our notes. Yeah. But yeah,
One thing I can say is, and you say this all the time, is we put relationship and romance at such a pedestal. It's
yeah,
something that we're seen to work for, to aim for. A lot of what we're told to be and how to act always somehow relates back to relationships and romance and marriage. You know, grow up, take care of yourself, get good grades, get a good job, make a lot of money so you can have a happy marriage. That's very traditional and very black and white way of putting it. But it's
yeah.
just my way of trying to highlight from a young age where it slowly
We're
fed your
conditioned to think that
condition.
this is the end goal for
It's the
happiness.
end goal.
Yeah,
Whereas with friendships, it's not something we're ever prepared for, nor would I say we're taught about. It's something, whether our adults in our lives or parents have ever thought about it or not, it's something a lot of people just expect to happen. It's something they see as inevitable almost. In your upbringing, in your journey through life, it's almost inevitable. You will just have friends. And so
yeah.
therefore, a lot of people don't think deeper about, well, how does that actually happen? And how do you prepare someone for that? Because you're not really prepared for having friends.
Well, you told me before as well, like, you think I don't know if you remember saying this or if I'm quoting you wrong, but, like, you said that you think people take friendships for granted.
I was going to say, I do remember saying that
Yeah.
because I said that in response to what you said to me, which was you think people treat friendships as disposable,
Yeah. It's true.
which
It is
is
so
very
true.
true.
It's so true. But I do have to say, as I'm 28 now, as you get older, you do get more selective of your friends. Do you agree?
Hmm. See, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I, however, haven't had that scenario or that problem in my life.
Mm.
Whether it's because of who I am as a person now that we've gotten older, or
Yeah.
because of this podcast and all the research and work you and me have done, I think I have a slightly different approach to friendships. And it's not about being selective per se.
Mm. I think you're more um stoic with your with how you view everything. Whereas if I was the type of person to have been hurt by a certain type of friend, if I notice that behavior in anyone else, I will not want to be friends with them anymore. Or well, I will not get myself close to this person. So that comes from a more protective part of me.
I would say I'm definitely more lenient. If I do see certain red flags, I work around them. I'll set certain boundaries.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. I have a friend, Red Velvet Cookie,
Mm.
and I lent them money and they told me they would get it back by a certain time.
Right.
Now, mind you, I'm quite close to this person, and the time that they said they'd give it back to me kept extending. Mind you, I was seeing this person frequently. I was
Right.
seeing them like multiple times a week, and every time I saw them, they kept saying, "Oh no, I'll bring it next time. Oh, I'll bring it next time."
Did Red
This
Velvet Cookie not, like, buy you a coffee or something? Like,
Red
when you were
Velvet
hanging
Cookie,
out?
so this is what was annoying. They did a lot of little things in
Yeah.
between, which almost made me feel bad for asking.
No, but I don't know.
For me, it was the principle,
Yeah.
and so I had this sort of red flag in my head of, "Oh, no, this is reminding me of a situation I had with a previous person who
Yeah.
was borrowing both money and things from me and never
Mm.
giving them back, always
Oh,
having the
no.
perfect excuse."
Yeah.
And with those previous scenarios, with sugar-free cookie, salt cracker, I think I was more lenient towards them, and so I wouldn't chase them up about it, and then it
Mhm.
eventually got to a point where it was too late for me to ask anymore.
Yeah.
So with Red Velvet Cookie, I wanted to make sure, let me just let it be known, like, "Hey, can I get my stuff back soon?"
Yeah.
They eventually did, and do you know what? I felt so bad. I just felt bad when I got my stuff back.
I don't know. I think that's on them for saying they would do it by a certain time and then extending it, so, you know.
But I think how this relates to, like, friendships and friendship breakups or staying friends with someone, the way I would say I differ to you is, that didn't put me off being friends with them. I would
Oh,
still be
really?
friends with them. It just put me off ever lending them anything.
Oh, okay. That's a mature way of putting it, I suppose.
I'll be friends with you, I'm just never gonna lend you anything ever again.
Okay.
Sorry. What I'll say is, again, for me growing up, whether it's because of the podcast and everything we've done together, the way I feel I've matured in friendships is I've let go of pride and shame. So I think you and me have spoken about this before.
Yeah.
I've been left unread by someone, and it can maybe be months, but
Mhm.
I just miss that person. I know some people, maybe such as yourself,
Yeah.
you don't want to text them back because they already haven't responded to your message from months ago.
Yeah.
To me, I tell myself, you know what? I don't really care. I like that friend. I miss that friend. I'm going to message them again. And then when I do, they're really grateful. They're really
Mm.
happy that I messaged them because they then express to me the shame and the guilt they felt for not having responded in time
Mm.
and feeling like it was too late to text me back.
I
But
had
I
that.
let them know, hey, it's fine. Take as much time as you need to text me back.
I had that with
And
someone with a Halloween cookie.
I'm another person as well where, you know, when you go out in social scenarios and social events, you
Mhm.
see people you like at these events all the time and you know them from other people, but you never actually ever see them one on one,
Yeah.
even though it would be nice. But maybe there's a part of you that feels, oh, it'll just be a bit weird for us to hang out because we know each other through another person. So that's what my thing with growing up, my approach to friendship is go do what I want. Don't attach shame or social stigma to certain things. If I want it, I'm going to go get it.
I see. I mean, that's sweet of you. I think it depends on you know me, I like to read the vibes of people. So when when Halloween Cookie got back in touch with me after leaving me on red a few months ago, I was quick to respond to that because I was like, because I missed that friend, and if they didn't reply, there was clearly a reason for it, and now we're fine now,
Mhm.
and we've met up and stuff and all that. I reached out to someone else. Is he Nice Cookie? I can't remember. No,
I
no,
believe
Oreo, Oreo.
yes, Oreo. At least you
I
told me
reached
about Oreo.
I reached out to Oreo. Even though it's been a while, because life has been busy, I told them my news. They replied straight away. So it just
Mm.
shows, like, some people, they will have the time and energy to respond to your good news. Other people, they don't care. Not that they don't care, but they don't see it as important to reply. So it is what it is.
So that relates to the notes that I have here. And so can you quickly read through the 4 that you had, why
Yeah.
they happen?
So changing lives, shifting identities, mismatched effort, and broken trust.
So these are the 4 that I have. So I've got drifting apart,
Yeah.
betrayal and conflict,
Mhm.
lack of support,
Yeah, I saw
or
that one.
toxic behavior.
Ooh, toxic behavior, that's a good one.
Those were the 4 reasons I was thinking about when it came to why friendship breakups happen.
Mhm. Those are good. Those are good. I don't know if yeah, I got one-sided support.
Mm,
Miscommunication and unspoken resentment.
I get that. I feel that.
I feel
I
that.
think situations like that can lead to a friendship that breaks away with no closure
No
or
closure.
maybe even ghosting
Ghosting.
or just someone who starts to put less effort in.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, I have to be honest as well. It's like, I'm someone who has, over the past 10 years, have made a lot of friends, right? Not in a
Mm,
big-headed way, just in, like, in a genuine way. Like, I've just met a lot of people, and I made the effort to get closer to certain people. I'm in different groups in my life. Like, I have D and Dungeons and Dragons group. I have a chess club. I'm a musician. I'm a bartender. This and that. So there's different areas in my life where I can make friends, right?
mhm,
Um, so obviously the more people you meet in your life, the higher chance there will be. I mean, it's unlikely that I would stay close friends with every single person I've ever met in my 20s. Let's be real.
mhm,
But that's what makes it special when the friendships do work out, like me and you.
mhm.
Yeah,
So we had a phone call about this not too actually, I think this was a while ago. We must have had this phone call over a year ago. And I kept some notes from what you and me both said, specifically regarding friendship breakups.
nice.
So, this is what I have from you. You said that a friendship breakup can hurt more than a romantic breakup.
Yeah.
You said that a version of yourself dies with the friendship.
I love the dramatics.
And you said sometimes one of the reasons why the friendship will break is who that friend is doesn't align with who you are now.
Yeah, I still feel that way strongly.
I would say a friendship breakup is different to a friendship where you slowly drift apart. Drifting apart from
Okay,
someone, I would argue, is not the same as a breakup. So
interesting.
to me, I'm being a bit more pedantic about it.
Okay, okay.
For it to be a friendship breakup, I believe there needs to be some sort of discussion, conversation, or argument.
I think argument and then yeah,
A
definitely.
f- some sort of finale or agreed ending to the friendship.
Mhm.
Because you could argue when, say, someone like you and Oreo or you and Macaroon, not
Mm.
currently, but previously,
Yeah.
you could say those friendships never had an official ending. You just drifted apart.
Yeah, which is probably why I felt comfortable to pop up again because as far as I was concerned, there was no bad blood.
There was no breakup.
There was
You
no
had just
breakup.
drifted
There
apart.
was no tension. Yeah.
But with all of that said, that's why I think ghosting is extremely painful because
Yeah.
there's with that lack of closure, there's a lack of agreement, a lack of mutual agreement, a lack of mutual understanding.
Mhm.
It's just a complete disappearance, and you don't
Yeah.
know why sometimes.
But you know what? It's weird because with friendship ghosting, we feel like I think that people feel so disrespected and sad by it that they don't chase up that person. So
Mhm.
we just accept that we've been ghosted. Whereas I think in romantic situations, it's like you kind of you're kind of like more ballsy with it and you kind of pop up again and be like, "Hey, I want my stuff back. You didn't reply to my
Yeah.
message." Yeah, but like when can you see me? I need to get my stuff back. Whereas with friendships, it's like, that's it. That's it. You ghosted me. Fuck that. You know, whatever stuff I have is gone now. So it feels weird that with friendship breakups or ghosting, it just feels so final. It
So
just really
what
feels like
I've
the
got
end, you know?
I think with ghosting and why some people do it. So I've got the perspectives of the ghosters and the ghosted. The
Spooky.
people who do the ghosting,
Hmm.
they often say it's because they want to end the friendship sometimes,
But they don't know how?
but they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings.
That's kinda considerate in a way.
Some people also say ghosting is a defense mechanism against bad friendships, as direct confrontation wouldn't be helpful.
I actually kind of agree with that because there are times where, because 'cause I've been on both sides of this where I've either been ghosted or I've not been great at responding or getting back to people with when I'm wanna, like, do something because it's just more difficult to sit down with someone and be like, "Listen, I don't really like hanging out with you."
Mm,
Like, so you're saving that person some heartache by just not saying it,
I
which leads to
agree.
the
Yeah.
yeah, because like, that's such a awkward thing to say, like, sorry, I don't want to see you. I just rather not."
Can I ask you this?
Which is really rude, but
Tell me
yeah.
if you think this is helpful or not. So let's say you just don't like someone anymore.
Yeah.
You don't want to be friends with them.
And that could be because of multiple things, like your morals don't align anymore, they were showing toxic traits, like you said, things like that.
If you directly said to someone, hey, listen, I don't want to be friends anymore. I think we should end it. And the
Mhm.
person getting broken up with says, they ask why. Is it fair to say, I don't want to say?
Is it rude to be like, "It's none of your business?"
I don't know.
It's
Because,
like,
like
I
you
don't know.
said, it might not be helpful to essentially list off negative traits about
Yeah,
someone.
it's I just think it's just not fair, you know? It's not
But
nice for
would
them.
that not in some scenarios be helpful for that person?
No, because
Or
if
are
you're
these
just
negative traits opinion based?
yes, it's true, it's true, they could be. I think like I said, like, you could be you could be full of high energy and full of all of this and that, and another person would be dying to meet that in a friend. But
Mm,
for someone who's just going through a lot and stuff, like, maybe that's just too much to deal with on a regular occurrence. But, like,
mhm.
how do you say that to someone in a non-hurtful way? I don't know. So, yeah, it's hard. But it's kinda like if someone was to say to me, like, "Oh, they if they didn't wanna be my friend anymore," I guess would wonder if I'd want to know the reason or not.
Mm.
And, like, 9 times out of 10, no, I don't think I do, because if you decided the friendship is over, then I'm not gonna beg you for it.
So I had that scenario one time with a person, but kind of the opposite, where, so like you said, if someone were to say to you, they don't want to be friends anymore, you wouldn't necessarily question it. You would just let them be as they are.
Yeah, I guess.
I've
Yeah.
always had that same approach. Someone tried to break their friendship with me, and as soon as they said, I don't think we should be friends anymore,
Hmm.
my initial response was, if that's what you want, then sure.
Yeah.
They then got upset at me saying,
For not
wow, I
yeah.
can't believe you're not fighting for this friendship. For me, it was as simple as, if you've expressed you don't want to be friends anymore, with context, we're in the middle of an argument,
Oh,
one
yeah.
of many arguments.
Is this salt
So,
cracker?
yes,
Oh.
it got to that point where I said, well, if you don't want to be friends anymore, we don't have to be friends anymore. Additionally, who am I to get in the way of what you want? If someone doesn't want to be friends with me anymore, maybe it really depends on the friendship, how close you were, how sudden this breakup is coming to
Yeah.
you. Ultimately, I would say, if that's what they want, I'm not going to fight for it.
But
I
okay.
would say to some,
Sorry, I was gonna challenge
sorry,
that and
go
be
on.
like, what if what
Okay.
if what if it was me, like, this would never happen. What if it was me who said that to you, though?
So if you said that to
Yeah.
me, can I ask some
Yeah, sure. This
questions?
is a
Have we
hypothetical.
been arguing?
Um,
Have we been arguing, or is this just coming out of nowhere?
well, me and you don't argue, so I guess that would be weird in the first place. So, but okay, say it just came up.
But in this
Okay, in this
hypothetical world,
hypothetical world, say it's been few. Say, imagine, okay, a few months. Like I've just been busy in Canada or something. I feel like there's been no effort between us or whatever, and I just out of the nowhere send you a
okay.
confrontational paragraph saying, "Listen, I don't like the way you don't text me much. This friendship is over. Like I feel like maybe we're just too different now." What would you say to that? What we're laughing.
So it would catch me out of
Like
nowhere
imagine your face being like,
because
"Oh,
it would be like, so again, am are you texting me, but I'm never texting you? Or is there just no texting between the two of
in this
us?
hypothetical, let's say you reply every 3 days."
Okay, I'm back to
Oh,
old Darin. I'm
Darren.
back to Darin prefrontal lobe.
Which clearly wasn't enough for me to end the friendship then, so I don't know.
I would say, I think the mature side of
Yeah.
me. It's so
It's
crazy. I
and I
can't
can't
even
imagine.
imagine this
But
because I can't imagine not wanting to
yeah,
text you.
or imagine going that long without, like, a meaningful conversation that I just blew up on you
Yeah.
like that. Like, that's crazy.
I want to say the mature side of me
What if I start cussing you out?
would. Okay. I would say the mature side of me, low key, would accept it. I would be very upset
Oh,
and I would make sure you knew.
okay. Oh.
But if you started cussing me out,
Would you start cussing me out?
I don't know if I would be
I'm dying.
I would be high key performative. I would be saying things like, I didn't expect this from you.
Mm.
I'm so disappointed
Oh
in
my
you.
gosh. Wow. Not the
I
Asian
would,
disappointment.
I would say Canada's changed
Wow.
you.
Oh, that would get me.
I'd say, oh my god, Fiji water Cathy is back.
Wow.
Kiloki,
No.
I'd bring Nathan into this. I'd say, are these your words or are these
Oh my
Nathan's
gosh.
words?
This is what happens when you love a man. Oh gosh. No, but this was all hypothetical. I was just trying to bring it up in a way like, does it depend on how close you are with someone? Yeah,
100%. It's context and
it's true.
closeness.
Cause like, for example, like if if a friend of a friend who I wasn't that close to, if we just faded out once I moved, if we didn't talk much, I wouldn't like chase that person up about it. I'd be like, you know what, that
Mm.
happens. You were only close because I was just around. But so,
Can I ask you a quick
yeah, sure.
question? So let's say it's a friend of a
Yeah,
friend. You've moved to Canada.
yeah,
You only saw them because of another
yeah,
person. So once you move, you're most likely never going to see them
yeah.
again
Unless it's at a social event, if I go back. Yeah,
back in
yeah.
London. If they unfollowed you on social media, would you be hurt?
Ooh, I'd unfollow them right back. I'd be like, you
T,
better have removed me as a follower. I ain't no fan.
chai,
Try.
hi.
Try. For real. Saying that though, I don't know if I'm gonna go on any crazy unfollowing sprees once I'm out. New start and everything. No, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm actually interested in seeing who I will stay in touch with, actually.
How many of those do you think will be an actual friendship breakup or will just be a fading away,
I think
drifting
it'll be a
away?
fading away. I think you're right. I think now that you said that to me out loud, I think you're right. I think there is a slight difference. I think a breakup where there's some kind of finale there that feels like it's over, that's what makes it a breakup.
Mm.
But a fading out thing, okay, to be fair, I've experienced more of that than a breakup, which is part of life.
Can I argue
Yeah.
something? Not to over dramatize
Mm.
it, but I was actually gonna bring up Jaffa Cake,
Don't bring up this.
and
Don't bring up this code name to me.
almost
Don't bring up
argue
this name to me.
I would almost argue that wasn't a breakup. So hear me
No, it's
out.
a
I'm gonna
yeah.
say that's a war. That's a continuing battle. That's a fight that hasn't ended yet.
That's it. If I see you on the streets, you better take cover. Sort of.
It's
It's
on
on
site.
site.
See, I feel like with a breakup, that's
That's
end
it.
of.
Whatever.
This violence,
Violence,
feminine
pain,
rage,
just pure like just
pain.
pain, anger, disgust. If this person ever crashed my party, calling security.
I wish they
No,
would. I wish they
no,
would.
because the one thing I'm doing is keeping my man away from this person. I feel like I'm
No,
like
I'm telling you,
Nathan. I don't want you to ever meet this person. Just go to the back, honey. Go to the back.
I I don't know if you're inviting custard cream, but if you invite
I
custard
know, I
cream, I
know.
hope Jaffa Cake is their plus one.
No, see, this is a wild. See, this is why I want the going away gig to be quite intimate. She says whilst inviting 40 people, but like, I don't know if I'll invite custard cream. Which oh,
Can I be honest? I don't think you should.
but I'm not inviting them out of.
They make me uncomfortable. Can I
Can
say
I be
that?
honest? I think me inviting them and them coming would just be uncomfortable because they don't really know anyone else, right? Right?
Can I be
Not that that's a
honest?
problem, but it's just a bit and I just haven't seen or spoken to them in ages, so it's just a bit
When you invited custard cream to your last birthday party, I was hella
were
uncomfortable.
you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know you like custard cream. They, they give me bad vibes.
interesting, interesting. I
But
I
you know as
saw a
well.
different side to
But
custard cream.
But you know as well, I have history of
Oh, you
custard
do have
cream.
history of custard cream.
So they make me
Oh
very
my god, they must I
uncomfortable.
didn't even think about that, I'm so sorry. I just remembered your history. That's crazy work.
Uh,
Well, can custard creams change their spots? No, that's not the same. Can a leopard change his spots? Because your beef with custard cream was like 10 years ago, no?
yeah. And I don't
I
know.
can tell
I have
you were
nothing to say.
uncomfortable. I remember your face.
I just remember them trying to chat to me. And I'm like, I don't know you like that.
Yeah. Oh, but I remember when Jaffa Cake made me angry at the start of that party.
Jaffa Cake brought the bad
Yeah.
vibes.
Jaffa Cake said something that upset me at the start of the party. Can you believe it?
I know
You know
exactly what it
exactly what
was. Yeah.
I'm not gonna repeat it here. I don't want the internet to know about this pain in my heart. But yeah, I do think yeah, you're right. That's not a friendship breakup. That's just war. That's just like ongoing war. That's just war.
War.
That's war that will never find peace. But you know what? As I move away, I'm happy to leave that behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very mature of you.
I'm just yeah. I'm happy to dust my hands off that situation, that person. Yeah.
So can I ask then? I have obviously at length spoken about Salt Cracker.
Mhm.
That is one. I've had other friendship breakups, but that's like a big one that I've had.
Yeah.
Have you actually had any friendship breakups then that weren't drifted apart? You can say your friendships have ended with some
You're
people,
right though.
but have you ever had any breakups?
I guess that's true. I guess it's all been because of, like, a drifting apart or, like, or we're just going in different directions, let's not talk about it sort of thing. Because even with, like,
Was Sugar Free Cookie a breakup?
but that was like a me and the whole group breaking up with him. So that wasn't even like a one-on-one breakup, was it?
Mm,
Yeah. Oof. But can I be honest with you? Or like I don't want Jaffa Cake to crash my party. Please not manifest that. But like if I did for some reason bump into Jaffa Cake one last time before July, I wonder how I would
mm,
react. But even still, like, because I did have someone from my high school pop up to me recently, just saying that I crossed their mind, and they actually checked in on me, and and I told them I got a boyfriend
mm,
now, moved to Canada, and they were like, "Kathy, I'm so happy for you. You deserve this." That is such a nice response, you know. I
mhm.
hope that that kind of growth in me shows to the people who did know
Yeah.
me, because there is a big difference. Even I guess you could see I have my low moments, but I have matured in some way. So yeah.
I've always said to
Whereas Jaffa
you,
Cake will never mature, sorry.
see, this is why I said it's a
It's
war.
war!
There's no
There's
friendship
nothing.
breakup. This
It's
is a
just war.
war.
Just pain, anger, disruption. Disruption.
Disruption.
Uh,
What is this, the TFL?
yes.
But what I was going to say was, and we've discussed this before, in my mind, in my eyes, you haven't really changed.
No.
Or at least what I've said is your aura has stayed
Yeah,
the
my
same.
essence is still the same.
The one thing about you I would say that has changed is you fight for yourself
Yeah,
more.
I'm not a walkover. I'm not is it a pushover?
Which I guess is why you have so many wars. You're
Because
just constantly
I'm
fighting.
fighting. Every day I'm fighting. I'm even fighting customers in the pub. Like, just don't disrespect me. And
I don't think old Kathy could handle a bartender job.
yeah, not in this way. I don't think yeah, I stand up for myself a bit more. And in that sense, going back to our points about why friendships drift apart and break up, because I'm not so much
Mm,
of a pushover, I don't tolerate how people treat me. So, oatmeal raisin flapjack, whatever the name is, raisin
yeah.
flapjack cookie.
Hmm.
Me, I don't know how I was friends with that person for so long because they reminded me of someone else who I was friends with before. So, but I think with that kind of friendship, I was so scared to say no to that person. I'm saying
Mm.
no left, right, and center now. You want to see? You want to hang out today? Sorry, no. Just no. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Well, this goes back to some of the things that I have here. What you're saying, you're basically describing setting
Setting
boundaries.
boundaries. Yes.
What I have here with regards to friendship breakups, whether you're leading up to the friendship breakup or you're currently going through one, I have a list here of like ways I thought of. So, how do we deal with those when we're going through them? As I've realized I've gone through many of them,
Mhm.
how do you deal with them? So, I started off by saying acknowledging and grieving in the
In the
moment. Don't wait to grieve then and there.
yeah.
With the salt cracker, when they initiated the breakup, I didn't want to take the time and say, "Oh, let's think about it." Ultimately, I knew the friendship had ended.
Mhm.
So that was me acknowledging it, and I grieved it in that moment. And I told them, "Yes, let's end this
Mhm.
friendship." Also, seeking support. You and several of my other friends were all there for me when it was happening.
I remember the group
A
chat.
lot of people, yeah, a lot of people were there coaching me through it, telling me what to do or not to do, what to say, what not to say.
Yeah.
Even telling me when they thought I was in the wrong and the other person was in the right.
Oh, I remember the screenshots you would send me. Oh, that was such a time. Oh my gosh, that
It
was a
was
time.
it was a great it was a
It was a
time, I
time.
can say
The
that.
kind of things they were saying to you, and I was fuming. I was like, "Do not let this person talk to you like this. Do not like." They were being disgustingly rude and horrible. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was absolutely madness.
So another thing I said was practicing self-care. I remember this one very specific day. I went out and bought skincare. I've got like a face mask and everything.
Yeah.
Like when you're going through any sort of negative thing, reel back in that time and take care of yourself.
That's actually really good
What you
advice, yeah.
said, setting
Yeah.
boundaries. Yeah, because when you have a friendship, you're giving a lot of yourself to that
Yeah.
person. When that friendship ends, you can essentially take that time back and just do certain things for
Yeah.
you. Instead of going out and spending money on, say, a lunch reservation you're
Mm.
gonna do with
Yeah.
them, spend that money on yourself, or even just go out and do a self date. Treat yourself. Get the expensive wine. Get that dessert. Get the extra sides.
Yeah, well, even I was gonna say even the opposite, like, if you had 'cause certain friendships requires a lot of compromise, right? You sometimes feel like you're
Mm.
doing a lot of things that the other person wants to do, or you're always going to their neck of the woods or something.
Mhm.
But if you wanna take that time back, just stay inside, just chill in your room, like, clean your room, like, sort out your clothes, like, it's actually very therapeutic to do that.
So yeah, these last two I think are ones that you talk about a lot in your own
Mm,
life, not just in relation to friendship, but just put on
yeah.
yourself. You often talk about setting boundaries, but focusing on personal
Personal
growth.
growth, yeah. 'Cause I remember what you said to me about Jaffa Cake when I was really upset about it initially. You were like,
Mhm.
we were in, like, Wetherspoons, I remember this, in Wembley when I said this to you, and I was like, something about how I feel like I'm outgrowing them as a person, and you were like, "I think the problem is you're growing, but that person just isn't growing at all." Right? And it's
Yes.
true.
We have obviously known these friends for years. I think one preface that we need to set for listeners who don't know us is that a lot of these friendships we're talking about, we had these friends for years,
Yeah.
5 years, 10
Like,
years, maybe even longer than
from
that.
our teenage years to, like, early 20s was the height of my friendship with Jaffa Cake and all that, yeah.
So we really got to spend a lot of time with these people
Yeah.
in general because we were young, we
And
had a
we
lot of
had
free
more time to
time,
do that, yeah, we weren't working, like,
and
seriously.
we had a lot of formative time with them. We were friends with certain people when they were going through big life changes, and you really got to
Yeah,
see how they
it's
reacted,
true.
how they changed, or in this scenario, didn't change. And I think that's something I definitely noticed about Jaffa Cake, having known them for so long. I don't think they changed at all as a person. I think they physically changed. And you, I remember, were telling me about this.
Mm,
They were aware of how their looks changed over the
yeah,
years, and that affected how others treated
yeah,
them. And I think in a way that affected how they treated others.
yeah. Looking back on it now, I wish I didn't put that person on a pedestal as high because it maybe it gave them some maybe it made them think they could treat me a certain way as well because they knew I looked up to
Mm.
them so much in terms of looks. Goes
So
back to
yeah,
my
with
song
Jaffa Cake,
Stargazer. I thought she was a
yeah.
comet and I'm a stargazer, but it's
Fun fact, that is the theme tune for
oh,
our Instagram
yeah.
page.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on the page, you put Mosaic Stargazer, I appreciate that. Oh. Relationship in general, it felt almost like a romantic one because
Mm.
there was just so much intense emotions. Like, it was never like it felt like we had more dramatic tense days than chilled fun days. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It just felt very like it was like a time in my life, and yeah, I just don't want that in friendships now. I don't want it to be high dramatics like that.
There are some friendships you rarely have to question how much fun are you actually having with that person? What needs are they actually fulfilling?
Exactly.
And what benefits do you actually get out of the friendship in the present?
Exactly.
Because sometimes a friendship like that can be a bit like a long-term relationship,
Yeah, where you kinda just
or
get
even
sick
just
of each other.
certain
Yeah.
certain long-term friendships. You're only friends with each other still because you used to be great friends when you were
Mm.
younger, and you still have close physical proximity, but you then slowly start to realize you don't actually have any emotional connection
Yeah.
or anything close with each other anymore. You're just kind of staying in each other's lives for the sake of it.
You're becoming like acquaintances in a way. in that sense.
Another thing that I came up on my research was with friendship breakups, sometimes the breakup is the extreme end, but not all friendships have a friendship breakup. What you actually have more often is a friendship downgrade.
Ooh,
Like you just said, you go from best friend
you
to
have
close
been
friend to
demoted.
associate. You get some people in your lives, you demote them
Wow.
rather than remove them.
But you don't say it to them, do you?
It
It
just
just
sort
sort
of
of happens.
happens.
But do you think the other person feels it when they've been demoted?
I think the it can be mutual. You and me, we mutually call each other best friends.
And our other best friends know that we do this, by the way, so we're just putting that
Yes,
out there. Yeah.
but something would have to happen or change. Is there a scenario where one of us still calls the other one a best friend, but the other person is slowly demoting them? Or do we both mutually know when we're moving apart?
I think you can feel it for sure.
I think in some scenarios, you can have a case where one person feels closer than the other person.
Mm,
But like you said, in most cases, you might feel it, you might get a sense of it.
yeah.
You can say, oh, so and so is my best friend, but we haven't been as close recently.
This is like a small thing, but like when you talk about me to your Scottish friends, do you say my friend Cathy or do you say my best friend Cathy?
I say, Kathy, because they know who you are now.
T. T. Because I used to just call you my guy best friend from Scotland. It's like
Mm.
Christine was like, "Of course, I know who this is. Just say the name." And that was just your title forever. I was like, "Oh, I'm just
I just say Kathy, and most people know who you are now.
perfect." That's beautiful. You love me more than a mother chicken loves her chicks. I can't. I'll save that for another episode. The way this man loves me. It's
Oh.
it's breathtaking, really. Hmm. But yeah, what do you have anything else on your opinion on friendship breakups?
I think we've kind of said bits and pieces, but to kind of conclude it, a friendship breakup, I think a friendship breakup, like you said, can hurt a lot more than a relationship breakup.
Because of the no closure thing, though. Yeah.
That's if you have no
Yeah.
closure. I think with friendship breakups, it rarely has to do with the depth of the friendship.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you and me, again, hypothetically,
Hypothetical.
had a friendship breakup, no matter what was happening before it, say we were arguing, say we weren't getting along, say things were slowly going downhill, I think ultimately it would just hurt a lot, even if I was still angry at you or I expected the friendship to break up.
Mhm.
There's a level of closeness that you have with a friend that is just different to the intimacy that you share with a significant other.
Okay.
Especially, as we mentioned, friends that you've had for so many years who grew up with you.
Yeah.
Like you said, a part of you dies with them.
Yeah, it's true. So I guess when you're grieving that friendship, you're grieving the part of you that existed during that time.
Yeah, you're in a relationship right now.
Yes.
And again, hypothetically, you, if you two were to break up,
No.
I know you'd be very upset.
No.
But,
Not happening. Not happening in this world or another world. It ain't happening. You hear me,
but
camera? It ain't happening.
you've only been in each other's lives.
A year and 2 months.
Oh, yeah. I would say, I don't know what part I'm going to say. I'll probably cut this
How
out.
dare you? No, keep it in because the
Eh,
passion was there. No, but do you know what? If anything happened, I would be upset because he has become like a best friend to me as well. He's someone I talk to every day. I love to see every week. We obviously have the romantic part of our relationship, but we love hanging out together, playing Slay the Spire, playing chess. We have activities that we do together that I would do with you or anyone, like a best friend, you know? We sit and gossip.
well, I think that's the
Yeah.
thing. your relationship is also a friendship,
we are
but I think
friends.
there are a lot of
Yeah.
people who have relationships that aren't friendships.
See, that's weird to me. I couldn't be in a relationship with someone who I couldn't talk to and be weird with.
I think that's why for some people a relationship breakup is easier than a friendship breakup because their significant other isn't a friend,
Yeah.
which is weirder to me because as you've mentioned, people treat friendships as more disposable
Disposable.
than relationships. But I can't help but feel like friendships do more than for
Then
people than
yeah, you're
relationships
right, you're
do.
right. Like, for me personally, I felt insecure before in past relationships and even this one. I've always wondered, "Oh, I hope I'm good enough for this person." I've never had to feel that way
Mm,
with you or, like, my best friends because who you are
yeah.
is just good enough for your best friend.
I'm really trying to figure out, we may have to do a deep dive in another episode.
Mhm.
We've rarely put relationships on such a pedestal, but from everything we've just said,
They
I can't
suck.
help
No, I'm
but feel
joking.
like I mean, friendships are just healthier for you when you've got a good friendship. Because, like you
Yeah, yeah,
said,
exactly, yeah.
compared to a relationship, you're not always trying to be your best self.
No,
You
you're a
don't
bit
have
more
as many
relaxed. Yeah, yeah,
insecurities.
yeah.
You're more
Yeah,
relaxed. You feel like you can be more yourself.
yeah.
And let's say you did all of those things, being yourself, more relaxed, no
Mm.
filter, not always caring about how you look
Yeah,
or feel. If a friend tried to break up with you over those things, you'd be more fine with that. You may even say, "That's just who I am.
yeah.
I don't want to
It's
apologize
not
for
your
that."
cup of tea? Okay,
Whereas
yeah.
if you were in a relationship and someone broke
That's
up with you
soul
for being your
destroying. Yeah.
authentic self, but
Because
why?
that's rude, man. What do you mean? You don't wanna sleep with me? Cause what? I pulled my wedgie out? What's wrong with you? Like, but yeah, come on,
Yeah.
like, it is so weird that there's such a difference, and you as the viewer can let us know your thoughts on this, because 'cause I've been trying to figure it out for so long, why I care so much, why I'm so insecure, why I have these moments of doubt and insecurity in a romantic way, but in a friendship way, I am a bit more carefree. Like, I don't really care how I'm being
Mm,
perceived because I know you guys just love me for how I am, even if I'm in a low mood.
mm.
Not that I'm saying my boyfriend doesn't, but you do have this fear that they will get a bit, like, put off by you. Not that he is, but you know what I mean? Like, you get
There's
that
this
worry.
like you
Yeah.
said, there is a level of insecurity you have with relationships that you don't have in
Yeah,
friendships.
it's very strange, but I think it's a universal feeling because friendships are meant to
Mm.
make you feel safe, aren't they? So are relationships,
Yeah.
but obviously with romantic relationships, there's a different element to it. There's that kind of physical intimacy. Yeah. But yeah, that's just something else we can dive into another day. Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say with friendship breakups?
Um, I'll just say, like, whatever is meant to happen will happen, and sometimes certain friendships are meant to end because you're meant to, it's like when one door closes, another door opens, and I do think that
Mm,
applies to friendships. There have been times where I've my friendship has ended with someone, but then I met someone a month later who just I just had the best time with them. Not saying that I
I
replaced them, but
agree.
I do think that as you change and grow as a person, you'll meet people on your level as well.
Mhm. I would say, going back to what we mentioned before, especially for long-term friendships that may not be serving you as well now, is with any relationship, there's that safety blanket aspect.
Yeah,
At one point, you do need to realize, oh, maybe we should let go. And hopefully, you're at a point where you're mature enough. No one takes it too personally.
yeah,
I think in general, we shouldn't be treating friendships as
disposable.
disposable. I think there's very much that main character syndrome NPC element
Yeah,
here. We forget these people in our lives have lives outside. They're not just parts of our own world. They are their own individual person. They have their own thoughts and feelings. They deserve an element of respect.
yeah,
Tell them the truth, be honest with them.
mhm,
And if they react badly, then I would say it couldn't be helped in some regards. You try to be mature, you try to be honest with them. I think I'm definitely talking from a perspective of someone who's a lot older. This might be very different if you're teenagers.
Yeah, oh my god. If you're a teenager and you're listening to this, be prepared for so many friendship breakups in your
Not
Not
even
even
breakups. I
breakups,
would say
but
there would be more drifting
more
apart.
like shifting. Like you're gonna realize that you have certain friends for certain things, certain yeah. But
I would say
just
if you are a teenager listening to this, if you genuinely like someone, especially in this more modern age of technology
yeah.
where you can keep in contact with people easier, if you like someone and you want to stay friends with them despite lack of physical proximity, put the effort
Put the effort
in,
in.
stay in
Check in on
contact.
people.
If it's not
Yeah.
reciprocated, then you know to move on.
Yes.
But some people, as we've mentioned, they don't they might be scared or embarrassed to start if someone else doesn't
Mm.
first.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong being the person who texts first.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with also being the person who double texts if their first message hasn't been responded to. Because at the end of the day, it's just friendship. It's just something to it's for fun in a way.
I get what you mean. Uh,
You do you get what I'm
I
trying
get
to
what you're trying to
say?
say. Like, you're trying to say there's no harm in trying to message again, just
Become friends with
yeah,
someone or just stay in contact
yeah,
with
because
someone.
friendship is just another way of sharing that kindness and love, you know?
But if someone isn't reciprocating, like Kathy has mentioned with some people in her life, it's good
Show
to
them the back
know
door and
your
kick them I'm
boundaries.
joking. Mm,
It's good to know your own boundaries, have self respect for yourself,
yes.
and to just move on.
Yeah, just accept that the friends that aren't meant to be in your life, you don't have to force or beg or chase. They will just show up, honestly, and that's all I'll say
Mhm.
on that. Alright, guys. This was fun.
So that was part one. There will be a part two where we go into more research. But for the end of this episode, we have what we always
Yeah,
do.
fortune cookie.
All right, here's the fortune
Okay,
cookie.
you go first.
Ooh, stop
What does it
it.
say?
When you lose in life, don't lose the lesson.
Oh, I like that.
I
Don't
like
lose the
that
lesson.
one.
That's very philosophical. Mine just says, you have an unusually magnetic personality.
Ooh,
I'll
nice.
take that. Thank you for flirting with me, fortune cookie. Alrighty. Well, I will see you soon for part two then, alright?
We will indeed. So let
Yeah.
me
And
just
I hope you
quickly.
enjoyed the episode and I hope you took something away from that.
So everyone, thank you very much for joining us. I've been
I'm
Darren.
Kathy.
Thank you for listening to this episode. We'd very much appreciate it if you'd follow us on all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube.
Substack now.
We are Substack as well.
Hey.
Yes, we're on Substack. We are two fortunes and a cookie on all of that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Even message us, DM us, tell us your opinions.
And share this with a friend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Share this with a friend. Thank you very much for everything. And with that, take care.
Bye.